Fire up the trade machine. It's time to talk about who stays, who might be gone from your Chicago Bulls. Is Montes Buzelis the only untouchable player as we get closer and closer to the trade deadline? Who stays? Who got a chance to stay? Who must go? Y'all know me and CDubb gonna talk about it all, break it down, but you know you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog CDubb. What's the word?
What's the word, man? How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Hey, for y'all that's tuning in for the first time, welcome in. Hit that like button and subscribe. And to our members that are coming back yet again, welcome back to the show. We appreciate y'all. CDubb. We had an interesting night the other night watching those young boys, and we had a lot of discussions and things to talk about. Who is untouchable on the Chicago Bulls? I'm pretty sure me, you, and everybody else would agree Montes Buzelis is a for sure untouchable player. For those that are wondering why, go ahead and give them a little piece of the why.
Oh, Montes Buzelis is the most. I think he's the player on the Bulls roster with the most upside. His measurables, he's 6'10", long. It's hard to find those type of guys with the abilities that he has. And throughout this season, through the early part of this season, he's done nothing but improve every time you give him a chance to. I think the skill level is obvious, and guys like this, the guy that was slated to be the number one pick a couple months before the draft, you just can't do without him. You don't know what the future holds for this kid, but you know it's a good future. So it gotta be Montes Buzelis stays.
For sure. I think he is definitely one of those untouchable players. You talked a lot about the things on the outside. I'm talking about more things up top. I think this young fella just have a mentality that Chicago deserves. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys like, yes, we know he had to improve and get acclimated to the NBA game, but he did not come in as a raw prospect like some of the last few people who entered the Chicago Bulls roster as a young player. Montes Buzelis, yes, he has to improve, but he comes with so many great things. And to start off with it's the mentality. I think there's nothing you can tell this man he cannot do. There's nothing that you can tell Montes Buzelis to why he doesn't deserve more minutes. And I believe every opportunity, for the most part, he's taking advantage of. Just Billy Donovan. He got to earn the minutes. I ain't mad at that. But please, get out the way when the opportunity presents itself. Please.
Yeah, 4 minutes is crazy, Billy. Move your ass out the way. Move.
For sure. But CDubb, we know Montes Buzelis is one of those players that we deem untouchable. Let's try to get through these players to see who could be deemed as untouchable. I think it's fair to say when we discuss these things, the two guys that might be not the safest for sure is Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about some of these young players, how you feeling about Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips? Let's start with that category.
I think Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips can definitely fit a role in his team. I've seen nothing but steady improvement, especially from Dalen Terry. Julian Phillips came into the league unafraid, and he's got better as well, but not on the extent that Dalen Terry has become. He is a totally different player than when he came into this league. He's just a night and day. I think he will continue to get better defensively. What did I call these guys? What's the damn
Doberman Pinscher.
Doberman Pinchers. Yeah, they my two Doberman Pinchers, bro. Because they come in and they bring energy and defense and long limbs, and they ain't afraid of nothing, bro. So that's why I call them my two Doberman Pinchers. And I think they can have a good future with the Chicago Bulls at any role that you want to give them.
Yeah, I think that I don't necessarily completely feel like they are completely untouchable, But I do think that you definitely might have to consider where you going with this roster as you continue to move through this season and you see how Montes Buzelis is playing. Because if you telling me Montes Buzelis is for sure part of this future, which is a rhetorical question, we already know he's for sure part of this future. What players fit best alongside him? Wouldn't you want a nice defensive, potentially backup point guard for Montes Buzelis and Dalen Terry? What about another wing defender that can hit the three, athletic as hell, can do help rebound, can help defend? The defense is solid from him. So those are two guys that provide a lot of different things for the Chicago Bulls. And the biggest thing is that they still help the Chicago Bulls maintain some of their quote unquote size, depending on how Billy Donovan wants to define it.
Oh, bro, I'm not mad at that. I would agree that it's not out of the range that they will get traded. But if I had my choice, I would keep both of these guys. Youthfulness, athleticism, and ceiling. They're not done getting better, so I think they're going to get even better. So I would say keep these guys. That ain't necessarily mean they're going to start or anything. They may have an opportunity in the future, but these guys you could use. This is utility guys right here. You can always use utility guys and tough guys. Both of these guys are tough guys. You could tell on the court when opposing teams get irritated with them, or you got yourself a good tough guy. You got yourself a nice player that can help you win games.
I think that's a great point when you talk about the utility guys. When you talk about these two, they do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I can't pinpoint what Dalen Terry does great, but I got a few things that he does good. I say on the defensive end, the man,
He gonna
he
play.
fearless.
Yeah.
He fearless. Again, a couple weeks ago, we seen him try to go up against Isaiah Stewart, the dude that literally tried to hurt LeBron
Eat. He
James.
tried to eat
I
LeBron.
was gonna say that, but then I thought it would be a pause moment. And then Julian Phillips and what he could bring. CDubb. I do got a question before we move on to the other players, though,
Yep.
regarding Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips. How would
Yep.
you feel if the Bulls just use them as throw-in players and just say get rid of them? But that
Ooh,
depend on what the return is. Obviously, it got to depend on what the return is.
it,
But
it,
what would be your initial reaction? Let's just say they traded away Zach LaVine and a Dalen Terry at the same time, per se. Let's just say that.
I actually don't know. It definitely have to depend on what is the haul getting back. What are we getting back? But I would be salty for losing both of those guys, Zach and Dalen. I think Zach is playing at a tremendous level this season. I think this is the best season of his career. And Dalen Terry, oh man, he got a lot of room to grow. I hope to see that growth, bro. Being a Chicago Bulls fan and who covers the Chicago Bulls, I was hoping because I seen this guy born literally. He got drafted to the Bulls from
Right.
from Arizona, and I want to see him grow. Like
For
I've
sure.
seen Derrick Rose grow. Like I've seen we ain't seen a lot of stars and stuff like that grow. But Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, guys like that grow. Not saying they gonna be good as those guys, but you want to see the guys grow. Lou Aldane, Kurt Heinrich, you know?
For sure. At least come out and be solid role players. But let's move on to what I deem the hardest discussion.
The hardest. Talk to me.
you hold up. Yeah, let's go with this because I think this gonna be good. Kobe White, Ayo Dosumu. Notice I didn't bring up THT because he's absolutely touchable.
Yes.
Uh Chris Chris Duarte, aka Dogfish, get him out of there.
Yep.
Javon Carter, get him out of there. EJ Liddell, I don't think
Mm,
nobody really want to trade for him, so you can keep him within the system. Cool.
G League.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about my two young bulls that I really, really like
Oh,
that
this
we've
is
been
tough.
rooting for a while.
Tough.
Kobe White and Ayo Dosumu. Do you see both of these players being untouchable? Do you see one of these guys being untouchable? Do you see neither of these guys being untouchable?
Unfortunately, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Kobe White I ain't gonna lie, like people just like they want to trade him. Like everybody, like listen to me, just give me a second. Let me tell you why we should trade Kobe White. I'm like, no, bro, we can't do that. He another kid that I watched get birth to my franchise, and I seen him get progressively better. And then we gonna be sick as hell when he go to the next team and be great
And drop 30 the first
and
game.
drop 30 the first game. I'm like, no, not Cole. Cole can definitely have a spot in your future. He's still young. He's still getting better. He damn near should have won that most improved player award last year, and he does nothing to. I mean, he's a little erratic. He's still young. He does dumb stuff on the court, but everybody does. Did you want me to touch Io?
Yeah.
I love Io, bro. Io continues to get better. He had a tough start to the season, but he's been coming around. He had one of his best games last game. He dropped 16 points and was uber aggressive to the basket, shooting threes and everything. He's not done getting better. I want to keep both my kids, Io and Kobe. I'm sorry. I don't care what everybody's saying. I don't follow the
I
masses.
think these two players are the toughest to talk about, man. Especially like when you consider like how long we've been rocking with both of these players. We seen Kobe White become a starter, then get benched, then be on the verge of people wanting to be traded or absolutely wanting to be traded. And then just coming out and have a spectacular season like he did last year. This season, not as consistent as last season, even though he did have his moments where he lost some of that consistency. But overall, he's a you can't nobody deny that he's an improved player. Whether you
Mhm.
like it and believe that he's somebody that's sustainable for your foreseeable future, you cannot deny that Kobe White is an improved player. But to trade him and see him go, it'll be a difficult decision. But I think CDubb, no matter how much you love Kobe White, no matter how much you love Ayo Dosunmu, because you know Ayo Dosunmu bring that ish, you might be torn in between one or two of these guys, depending on the direction that you want to go. I don't personally like it, but I do understand this is what business is coming to right now for the Chicago Bulls.
All right, which one of them would you hate to see go the worst? Would you know what I'm saying? Which one did you cannot go with seeing leave the Chicago Bulls? Mine is Io.
Oh,
It's an
that's what I was gonna
absolute
go
no
with. I'm
no.
going with the crib for bias, but I also got basketball reasons too.
Yes, absolute no no. Because he can do more things than Kobe White. Kobe White at this point in his career is a scorer. Dusumu can do a little bit of playmaking. He can do a little facilitating. He can shoot the ball as well. He can attack the basket, and he can play defense eons better than Kobe White. I got an emotional tag because he's from the city, and actually the basketball sense, I think he brings more to the table than Kobe White.
And that's what I'm agreeing with. I think that if you do have to choose between both of them, I don't want to lose either one of them, but business is business, and I want wins. We down bad in Chicago. We need wins. So if it was to come down to Kobe White or Io, I'm on the side of you with Io. I just think that he brings a little bit more, like you mentioned. You listed all the things out. I don't really need to add to it. You can see it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There's just a little bit more. Now, is Kobe White more dynamic offensively?
Yeah,
Yes, I will give you that. But the more rounded player, in my opinion, is Ayo Dosunmu.
absolutely, 100%. Ain't no argument.
Now, CDubb,
Who you play?
Josh Giddy.
They gonna be
Let's
mad at
break them
us.
down. Let's break them down.
They
C
gonna be
Dub.
mad.
We was on live the other day during a live call. We talked about grading Josh Giddy. We both agreed that he's been average. We'll give him a C so far through 22 games that the Chicago Bulls have played. Many people, a lot of the people that rock with us was like, look, man, if it come down to it, you might have to try to see if you can get up off of him. But the Bulls did go ahead and trade Josh Giddy for Alex Caruso, which still gets talked about to this day.
Yo,
To
bro.
this day, as Deontay Wilder said.
Bro.
First of all, I got two. I got the first question. Is Josh Giddy untouchable in your mind?
Absolutely not. Should not be untouchable. I think he's been wildly inconsistent and he's been given every ample opportunity to be a great player for the Chicago Bulls, and he has failed in mostly every turn. He had a good game last game, dropping a triple dub. He did go 1 for 8 from 3-point range, shooting 33% for the season. He got an uphill climb for himself, bro. He just got an uphill climb. I would say it's been a mediocre at best start of the season for him. It's a long way to go. I think this decision will go throughout the season. Look for the offseason to make a decision on this guy. But I don't think he's safe. No way. He cannot be safe.
I think that the Chicago Bulls need to, man, look, y'all need to get y'all ish together. I'm with you, but I would say that he has been mediocre at best. It was a good start, but it ain't
Yeah.
been good the last few weeks. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't been 100% terrible,
No.
but it ain't been 100% good either. Yesterday was a good day for Josh Giddey. Triple-double, 20 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. CDubb, I do have a problem, though. 1 of 8 from the three-point line.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the Celtics, 0 for 2. You give them kudos for 2 for 3 against the Magic, but only 1 attempt versus the Grizzlies. Then you go down. You had a good day versus the Grizzlies, bad day versus the Hawks, bad day versus the Bucks, bad day versus the Pistons, bad day versus the Rockets, bad day versus the Cavs. That's like 6 games in a row to where you have not been productive in CDubb. When the last time we played the Cavs, my boy, Josh Giddey was so bad defensively, he played 15 minutes because he was a turnstile to the red line. And you know the red line be busting.
Bro.
On Jackson.
On Jackson.
So I'm with you. It's something I don't think the Bulls would necessarily entertain right now. I think they gonna give him the season, which I am as well. But if somebody come knocking at the door, you at least gotta take the call and at least consider it for what we seen right now and what we know took place last season. We can't ignore that.
Yeah. And you know the only reason I said wait to the end of the season is because of the deal. They have to try to make it work the best that they can do. They did not get a draft pick. Head up for Alex Caruso. So they got to try as much as they could. If they got a draft pick in this deal, I'm like, oh, trade his ass. Trade his ass away right now. He makes more negative plays than positive plays on any given days, bro. That's just for sure. And then you can't play the end of the game. 15 minutes is crazy, bro.
Yeah, for a guy like that. CDubb, what would it say if Josh Giddey is traded before he even gets to complete this season? What would it say?
He blew his chance. And I don't know if he'll never get another chance to start for a team. And he blew his chance. It'll be hard for him. I won't say never, but it'll be hard for him to get this type of chance again. They put the franchise in his lap. They put it in his lap. It's yours. Do something with it. And he's been fumbling it for the first 22 games.
I look at it like that. If you trade this man, bro,
just fire AK.
Like what? Like what? You mean it? Bro, when the trade happened, I told people, I believe, like everybody else, the Bulls should have got more picks. But what the front office told me is that he's gonna be better than any pick coming out of 2025. That's what I said. And if you do that, you completely just blew your chances. So you gotta hope that this young player comes around. I'm giving him the entire season. And I will say this. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. What does that mean? Josh Giddey. It was reportedly earlier in the season before your rookie extension deadline. They went to the table and you were seeking $30 million. The Bulls said hell to the no and most likely gave you a counter offer. You said hell to the no. Both sides said we gonna let it be on said on the basketball court. So far, you ain't getting paid $25 million.
You ain't getting 30.
Better.
Forget about it.
What the hell is you talking about?
30 good fellas. Forget about it, bro. You ain't getting it.
For real.
Unless you magically have a great 2/3 of the season at the end of the season. Okay, it's impossible. But it ain't looking good, Josh. It ain't. It ain't.
No me. But CDubb, we come to the conclusion of it all, and I'm pretty sure that we got about 5 players that we deem, well, 3 players that we deem could be untouchable, and 2 that are more so we want to be untouchable, but we just don't know. We might have to depart with one of them. Is that what we coming to the conclusion of?
I think so. I think
We
yeah,
talking
absolutely.
about Montes, Dalen, Julia Phillips being the untouchables, with the
Mm-hmm.
possibility of either both or one of them, and Kobe and
And
Ayo.
Io. Yeah, we on the same terms. You didn't bring up Lonzo. Stop disrespecting Lonzo.
What I'm supposed to say about Lonzo, bro?
Stop. You didn't ask about Lonzo. Stop
I
dis.
didn't even ask about Jalen Smith either.
Stop acting like they ain't there. Well, include another section right now.
No way. You know, Lonzo. Look, he's not untouchable, bro.
He's not untouchable,
He's not.
but I'd rather have him here if he's healthy.
Of course. But he's
That's
not
it.
untouchable.
I didn't say he was untouchable, but you clearly tried to avoid Lonzo Ball on
How?
purpose.
Because I thought we already knew what the circumstances was with this player.
What's the? Stop picking on Lonzo, nephew. Just
You the
stop.
one brought him up. You started this.
You
coulda
picking on
just
him because
let
you didn't bring
ride.
him up, nephew. You wouldn't have
How? I
talked
didn't.
about
I didn't
fucking.
bring up. I didn't bring up. Adama Sanogo. I didn't bring up Jalen Smith.
Look,
I
bro.
didn't bring up DJ Stewart. Like, what?
Bro, look where you putting this man name. You
I'm
putting this
just
man name with
saying.
DJ Stewart and Adama Sanogo, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm saying there are people names that I didn't mention for a reason.
Bro, he was never gonna bring up Lonzo. He was gonna disregard him. We was finna end this show without talking about Lonzo.
You know
Nephew,
he's not untouchable.
he's not untouchable. I just want to give him love, nephew. We thinking about Lonzo. I want him here if he's healthy, but he's not untouchable. He's
Man, CDubb need to start a Twitter called Lonzo's Afro. Like all these I seen a goddamn account named Thomas Brown Coffee Cup and had a
Really?
picture of him holding the coffee cup. People be
weird.
so bored, bro.
That's so weird, bro. That's weird as hell.
People be bored, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Jalen Smith too. I like Jalen to stay too. I like Jalen to stay. You like Jalen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
sure.
Jalen to stay.
And he signed a deal. You don't need to move him.
Yeah, he got
Whether you start or you back up, he's still serviceable as hell. And he gonna give you good minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, we doing the lit down. Shout out to Lonzo Ball, bro.
Shout out to Lonzo. We're gonna see what's gonna happen at the end of the season for him. If he's still here. If he's still here, he might have a shot. Dead ass. Like, bro, you gotta consider what has transpired the last 3 seasons.
All right, bro. It seemed like you a little happy and shit. Don't be sneak dissing Lonzo Ball, bro. Don't sneak diss him.
You ain't never satisfied, bro. See, that's y'all problem. That's y'all problem. Never satisfied. Never satisfied, bro.
Bro, Lonzo get better, bro. His defense getting better. He's shooting the three.
Bro, he shot. I don't want to say that Lonzo Ball wasn't gonna be like he was. That motherfucker is like he was for the most part.
Yeah, and it's limited minutes.
We going up though.
Yeah, they're going up, and he averaging what you said, a little less than both of what we said.
What he average?
4, 3, and 4. That's lower than both of us, though.
But everybody know that we respect not only the box score, but what the game is telling us.
Absolutely.
So if the numbers are not that high, we go and look at the game.
Yeah.
He's been impactful.
Yeah, it's been impactful
the entire way.
Yep. 100%.
On the damn game, he fucked his wrist up. He the one helped secure the win.
Yep. Ooh, this is nice. I like this.
I'm just saying. There you go. Now you have it.
There it is. Hey, W nephew in the chat.
Get your laugh. But hey, you got anything left, bro?
No, y'all stay tuned for the next live call coming up. I don't know when they play again, but stay in tune with
Thursday versus the Spurs.
Oh, we got a little day off then, a couple days off. So y'all stay cool. Make sure y'all view the daily episodes. Stay in tune, y'all. We almost on our way back. We got one more month of jail, and we'll be out.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If y'all want to call in and be a part of the mailbag episode, you call in. We going to feature you on a show. Number to do so is 773-242-9219. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you always see red. You already know. We going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac. Gang.